You'll find triangles in the majority of your photography. It doesn't necessarily have to be 3 individual lines all meeting together to form some kind of pyramid. That would be too obvious. Instead, we have implied lines. When there are 3 different points of interest in the frame, lines are automatically drawn between them without eyes. That forms a triangle, and how you use this triangle is up to you. So behind me we have a good example of lines in the frame and then implied lines. So in this scene I see this path that goes up to the top floor of this building, the roof of the building, the very central point, and then this bottom left hand corner down here. As you can see, it goes down a story, then it goes down another one to the ground floor. From that ground floor back up to here, that is an implied triangle. I'm going to capture that now. And a triangle is good, especially good, at 2 different things. One is to add depth and direction, and the other is to add stability. We'll come to stability in a moment, but for now let's talk about depth. If you've ever walked down the middle of a deserted road, and you look to the left and you look to the right and you see the 2 sides of this road, and then you look out to the distance, what this road does is these parallel lines diminish into the distance to a point. They form a triangle as the lines diminish into the background, and that adds depth to the photograph. So we have the line that's in front of us and then these lines from the triangle that diminish and meet at the top. When we go from the foreground to the background to further in the background and then back to the foreground, that immediately adds depth. Here's a triangle behind me which is all about stability and not about depth. Of course, again, it's implied. We have this wall of this building. That's the bottom of the triangle, and then from the building up to this lamppost and the lamppost down to the other end of the wall forms a triangle, and that also looks like it'd be a 90-degree angle, which makes it a stronger triangle. When we look at a scene like this, it all becomes about balance and stability and strength, and the weight of this building, when you look at it, makes it very stable. This implied triangle ties the 3 points together, and it makes it that little bit more interesting. Finding an inverted triangle is a lot harder. We tend to not see it very much in nature, and especially not in architecture either. But when we got out of the car earlier, I noticed one in this tree over here. So let's go check it out. So here we see an inverted triangle. Trees that usually go directly up, which we know to be strong, are now going off to the side, and we can see that that's not very stable. Of course, you've still got these 2 triangles that form with the frame of the image either side, which adds some stability, but this inverted triangle makes a tree and the image look a lot less stable. However, in the background, we do have a horizon, which creates the inverted triangle, and on top of that, we also have the top of this hill / mountain over there, which creates a stable triangle on top. You'll rarely just find one triangle in a photograph. You often find many ways of tying the photo together, and it's up to you to either include or exclude different parts of the frame. So that's triangles. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment.